This time around, they'll have the opportunity to put the first female president in the White House, and then it'll be a Democrat. And you can better believe that the mainstream media and the political class Beltway are going to work overtime to make up for lost time and try to get her into office.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it simply because if you...
Melissa,
I was going to say, roll the clock back to 2006, January 2006, who thought that Hillary wasn't going to win the nomination in 2008? The answer to that question is nobody.
Well, that's because nobody knew Barack Obama very well. I mean, Barack Obama just kind of came out of nowhere, and the media just fell in love with him because he was young, he was hip, he had a pretty wife and cute kids. He was cool. He was from the land of Lincoln. I mean, he just had this story behind him that was really incredible. And the media, have always been partial to Bill anyway, and not Hillary. But like I said, I would bet money. I don't have it right now, but I would definitely bet money that the media is already laying the groundwork for Hillary to stand in Hillary's corner for 2016, unless there's another Democrat female candidate that comes along that they like better. I can't think of one right offhand. Not Wendy Davis. I can't think of one right offhand, but I would bet money that that's what they're going to do. They're so predictable. They really are.
I would like to say thank you to Melissa Clothier for retweeting Iowa Hawk blog and saying a speech by Barack Obama is a lot like sex. I shouldn't have to see it done in public. Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome. I'm here to serve. The thing is about Hillary, back to the, Planet Hillary, one thing I think that we lose on the right is not seeing things through the leftist eyes. And the cover for the New York Magazine was probably one of the biggest compliments they could make. When they made covers for Obama, remember we saw picture after picture of him looking like Jesus, Barack Jesus with the halo on his head. He was the savior. Well, the kind of iconography that we're going to see with Hillary is that she's the Earth Mother. She's the one that can nourish and sustain us and take care of us. I thought when I saw that imagery that they couldn't be more obvious, but they tried. They literally made her the Earth. They literally made her Gaia. If you're thinking like a liberal, and this makes sense, and this is even a compliment, the rest of the solar system revolves around Hillary. This is an elevation of the government. And again, personality trumps even ideology. The leftists and the left need a personality to rotate around. And that's what they're doing. They're creating the hagiography around Hillary. She transcends women, she transcends mothers, she transcends wives. She's above us, in us, around all of us. Very religious in how they create this imagery. So while we were creeped out about it, I don't know if you guys remember the artwork that came from Obama's speech that he gave in Germany. But I remember being horrified because the first thing that I thought of was some artwork that was used for Hitler when he gave a speech in the same place. And it popped right straight in my head. I did a post about it, and people were, getting mad at me and everything. But the thing is, it didn't matter that the artwork was comparing to, Democrat socialists, which is what, the Nazis were, National Socialists. But it was that kind of big icon was, and that it reached an emotional place in the person reading it. Right now, Hillary's trying to build up the leftist base. She doesn't care about you or me or anyone in the middle. She's trying to reassure those people in New York. And believe it or not, as creepy as that artwork is to us, it works for those people. And I don't think that we on our side give enough thought to how the human psychology works. On the left, though, they've got it nailed, and it's really kind of scary. So they're building her up, they're getting her ready, and preparing all the people for Hillary to come save us. And why do we need saving after we've had the savior? Well, I don't know. Just ask Obama. He gave a speech tonight like someone else was in charge for 5 years. But it's not about that. It's not about results. It's about feeling. And that's what they're going after.
Final thoughts.
It's not just left-wing politicos that are kind of preparing her to run. It's the mainstream media. I mean, if you notice, even the Planet Hillary article and articles in Politico, the articles that they run aren't should Hillary run. It's how can it be set up for her to win. It's never about should she run. It's almost like they've already made up their mind. She's going to run. We want her to run. Now let's hash this out publicly. How can we get Hillary to win? That's what they're doing. You read the Planet Hillary article and see if you disagree with me.
Final thoughts on the night. Stacey, I'll start with you.
On the State of the Union?
Just everything. Everything we've discussed.
My final thought on the State of the Union is Nick. That's it.
Well said.
It took a lot for me to watch the first 45 minutes, and honestly, I'm glad you interrupted me because I didn't know how much more I could handle. I don't watch his speeches a lot. It just drives me crazy. So.
Melissa, final thoughts?
I think that we have a lame duck president, and because it's all over as far as getting any major legislative stuff done, except for, screwing the American people with, say, some immigration reform that'll be horrible and awful, that basically is a lame duck. And so what he's going to do is become more king-like, and everything's going to go through the executive branch. And so be prepared for tyranny. That's what's coming.
Alan?
Well, I'll just go take a look at Twitter here. A couple things. Apparently, from what's going by in my timeline, John Boehner has started using Vine. So this could be interesting. And also, just a note, congratulations to Ben Shapiro of Breitbart and his wife, who their daughter was born right as the president started blathering. So they missed the State of the Union for a very, very happy occasion indeed.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Shapiro family.
Yes. All right.
Prayers for Atlanta tonight, guys. Atlanta, they've got some really bad problems there. There are kids that are having to stay at school overnight because they can't get home because the interstates there are packed. No one can get home tonight. It's so bad there.
Good grief. All right. Let's again do the roundtable. Actually, no. This is my thought on this before I forget. I'm very happy that I got halfway through an episode of Hell on Wheels. So that's my only comment. A show that that folks should
also in closing, I have to say Broncos 24-10. That's my prediction.
Okay. I don't have a prediction. So. Let's see. We can find Melissa Clothier at, even though I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, at Melissa Tweets on Twitter. You can find Sister Told Ya at Sister Told Ja, J-A-H. Alan Bordius, we can find you where?
At Alan Bordius, ALLAN BOURDIUS on Twitter, their finest hour at blogspot.com, and of course right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio Monday nights for their finest hour. Going to be an interesting show this upcoming Monday because I'm going to have Doug Mataconis as my guest. That should be an interesting back and forth.
Yes, that should. You can find me at EYE Desert Blog. That's at iDesertBlog. Desert like the Arizona desert where I lived for the last 5 years. I'm very happy to be back in Texas, which is my home state anyway, and the second best city in the state of Texas, despite what Melissa might say. And Fishy might say.
We put up with Dallas, and We put up with Dallas. It's okay. It's
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah, I was looking for the final. I was looking for the final shot there. So I was trying to give you the chance to do one last final shot there. So don't forget, tomorrow we have America Our Way with Dustin Hoyt. And then, of course, you can also listen to The Right War on FTR Radio. Miss Ruth is going to be the guest with Liz Harrison and I. So that ought to be a fun show because I'll probably just be battening down the hatches and letting them talk and all that stuff. Folks, thanks for being here for the Roundtable of Extreme Liberty. We will talk to you next time here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. Thanks, guys.
This show is copyright by VLR Media. All opinions of panelists and guests are their own and may not reflect the opinion of VLR Media, the host, or anyone else.